Big Lou. Yeah, you in the mix, man. You in the mix. Sports mix.
Especially with key components. You know, major players on these teams.
Being born and all of that. So, how did you actually get into that position of head coach?
Now that our kicker is inconsistent, what's going to happen is he's going to be even more aggressive.
They can bring in who they want, and they may be able to.
I keep saying it, man. Clark, I knew it. She was just gonna be a game changer. And look, another thing that I like, and
sports mix. You in the mix, rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
What up, fellas?
Yes, sir.
It's good.
Got the guys with me, man. We here. Special edition of the Sports Mix. It's a playoff edition.
Yes, it is.
It's a win or go home edition of the Sports Mix, man. I saw Mike Tomlin did an interview with coach from the Colts. Old coach from the Colts, worked for NBC. Tony Dungy. I watched it yesterday, so I can air it tonight for the pregame. And they calling this AFC North Championship Week. You know what I'm saying? He was comparing it to like Big Ten Championship and the SEC Championship game. He said this is AFC North Championship Week. And AFC North is on the line. And not only is the AFC North on the line, but the loser is going to the beat. You know, and if all things go the way we think they should, we'd be sending Aaron Rodgers on into retirement. And probably Tomlin be on the unemployment line. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for tonight. Aaron Rodgers is going to be permanently on the beach. He probably be working for NBC or CBS or somebody, ESPN.
Right.
And Mike Tomlin will probably be coaching in one of the many job openings that's coming up, probably starting tomorrow, if not tonight. You're gonna start seeing the Black Monday, as they call it. All the coaches getting fired, so there will be some job openings, and we looking for Mike Tomlin to go ahead and fill one of those positions, because he won't be at the Steelers anymore. Aaron Rodgers will be retired. So that's what we're looking for, and we haven't even made predictions yet. But I'm just saying. What's up, fellas?
Yeah, I'm ready. So
Big day, boy. Big day.
It's no need for hype, no need for chalkboard, anything. Steelers, Ravens is hype in itself.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And there's been plenty of I've been seeing little videos and Suggs and Ray Lewis and them guys, Hines Ward, them dudes talking about what the rivalry meant over the years. Of course, those guys are really the ones that made it what it is. Made it the rivalry that it is. It didn't really become a rivalry until I say like early 2000s, after the Ravens became a fact that we won the Super Bowl. After just getting here 4 years. Our resident Steelers fan checking in. I see. Tomlin wanted to be the open market. Yeah.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah. Well, he is a Steelers fan. Steelers fan, and I know. Hey, the wife's birthday is today. Wish my cousin happy birthday. Biggest mistake she made was marrying a Steelers fan. You know, but happy birthday, cousin. You know, I hope that the things go the Ravens' way tonight, and that you know, I'm sure she got her gifts already, so you had to worry about taking nothing back. By the time, matter of fact, you probably be asleep by the time the game over because you got to get up like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Steelers fan. Yeah, I'm gonna get on you today. I'm gonna get on you today. And if they and I got your number too, so they better not lose. The Steelers better not lose. I will be texting you probably first thing in the morning with all. I'm gonna just be probably matter of fact all day tomorrow. I'm gonna just be all day tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I got plenty of time to just harass you.
Don't hold back, Kenny. Don't hold back.
I
Don't
won't.
hold back.
I won't. Because he had a lot to say a couple weeks ago. You know, oh, the season over, and get ready for the draft picks, and you know, all that. Oh, you staying up past your bedtime today? Okay. I hope you go to bed happy. I'm just hoping that. Let's say that. Because if it go the way that I think, and you kind of know which way I'm leaning, you're probably not gonna be happy going to sleep. You might need to call off tomorrow. You might need to call on in tomorrow and
Right.
this that pain you're gonna be in. You know, it's kind of tough, and you got a long drive too. Yeah, man. So let me move on because I feel real comfortable roasting you. We ain't got started yet. Well, happy New Year to everybody. You know, let me do that. I ain't say Happy New Year, man. That's the first time we've been on in 2026.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Hope everybody had a good holiday season and got the time to spend with their families and you know, doing all the things that you know, your resolutions. I know some of y'all make New Year's resolutions and you know, I see what's it called? Planet Fitness parking lot was jam packed on the first. You know, matter of fact, all weekend they jam packed this weekend. Planet Fitness and down on 33rd, the YMCA. I mean, them lots are filled. You know, everybody getting them New Year's resolutions and get their summer bodies right and all that stuff, and they'll be done by February. February 1st, it'll be over. I'm gonna try again next year. You know, cause the chicken wing spot line been open too. They've been long too. So there's some discrepancies going on. You gotta make your mind up. What you want to do? Get them bodies right, or you gonna eat them wings? You know. Well, we got football tonight. It's all about the Ravens and the Steelers. I haven't watched the game all day. It's been matter of fact, I didn't see the games yesterday either. I didn't see none of the games yesterday. I kind of glanced at some of the college games, but I haven't really been tuned into none of that. I just been kind of chilling, man, waiting for this one. This is the game. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one that I think this got the most on the line. A couple other games might have had some might have been some home field. Home field might have been on the table for a couple of those games, but everybody that was in the playoffs was already there. This is the one.
Well, Carolina snuck in. Carolina
did get it.
Yeah.
That's how much in tune I was to what was going on over there.
Right.
NFC. It didn't really care. But good luck. Congratulations to Carolina.
Mike McDonald and his team look pretty good.
And I know he's the number one seed.
Yeah.
You know, I saw an article today. This is probably the second time I've seen it. Talking about what a mistake it was to let him get out of the building here in Baltimore. But I'm like, come on, man, help me. What are you gonna do? How you gonna hold somebody from getting a head coaching job? Unless you make him the head coach. You know, you talking about we were in the year he was here, we were what seed were we? Is that the year we played Kansas City? Number one seed.
Yeah.
We were the number one seed, 14-2. I mean, come on, man. You're not gonna fire your head coach after a season like that.
Yeah.
The ending wasn't what we wanted, but you're not gonna fire your head coach. And this dude had an opportunity to go get a job, and he went and got it. So, you know, congrats to him. You know, I wish him luck, unless they play against us. You know, and then we had to send him back in 2. But yeah, the Seahawks are looking good. Number 1 seed out there in the West, in the NFC. You
I
know,
don't trust the quarterback.
who's their quarterback?
I don't trust the quarterback.
Who's their quarterback?
They got Sam Donald.
Sam
No.
Darnold.
Oh, Sam Donald.
Yeah.
Kenny Rice, what's
Yeah.
up? But that is a strong sentiment around town.
Yeah. What's up, Kenny?
Get rid of Harbaugh.
This game.
I said it the other night. The other night when we was on win, lose, or draw. It's time. It's time. I wasn't always on board with that. But it's time. I think it's time for the Ravens to go in a different direction. You know, even if they go win the Super Bowl, which, you know, if they go win the Super Bowl, John should step down gladly.
Really?
He should
Really?
step down gladly because he'd go somewhere else and become the general manager and all that. Somebody else might give him a Belichick type of deal. You know, it's time though. I think it's time. I think it's time.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at with it.
And you feel the same way about Tomlin too.
Yeah, I think it's time too. Win, lose, or draw. I just think, you know, after so many years in one place, you know, and like you say, Tomlin both of them only had 1 Super Bowl. You know, it's not like they got 5, 4, 3. You know what I mean? They got 1 Super Bowl each and 1 Super Bowl appearance apiece. So the thing that Tomlin has, he's never had a losing season. He had a few 8-8s, or maybe 1 or 2 8-8s, but he's never had a losing season. He's never finished below 500. He has that going for him. But in a place like Pittsburgh, if you don't win the Super Bowl, you losing. You know, in Baltimore, we don't have the reputation of the Steelers, but again, we are one of the better organizations in the NFL. You know, according to how they do things, how they handle business. You know, how they take care of their players, stuff like that. And again, they not a knee-jerk reaction team. They don't just go making decisions based off the emotions. Everything's pretty much well thought out with a team like the Ravens, you know. And I just think this is me talking. I think it's time. You know, I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know what the relationship is like with the players. You know, but we have seen from where we sit in our unprofessional opinions. You know, we talked about this the other night with the fourth quarter, the leads in the fourth quarter, and the losses that the Ravens have had under John Harbaugh in the last few years alone is enough. You know, and then we just talk about some of the losses that they had this year. You know, just 2 weeks ago, not running Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter was unacceptable. That's totally unacceptable. And then they made sure that he ran the ball this time last week against Green Bay. And Derrick Henry went for 216, 4 touchdowns. The AFC Offensive Player of the Week. You know, and just to put icing on the cake, today is Derrick Henry's birthday. And he's always had good games if he played on his birthday. And I believe they said he's never lost in a game that he played on his birthday. So take for what you want out of that. You know, I expect to see a heavy dose of Derrick Henry, but I also expect for Pittsburgh to load the box and to try to shut the run down. You know, I know TJ Watt is back, right? So somebody need to put a big hand in his chest to test that lung, see if that lung is all healed up. But it's gonna be big. It's big.
So Dean feel the same way. Dean, you out with you done with Harbaugh?
Well, I think that the Ravens organization have justification now to let him go. Like
Okay.
I thought before, it was a little premature. It was a lot of calling for his job. I've always thought it was a little bit premature. I think they do now have justification to let him go. Um, although it's been a crazy year as far as injuries go, but they do have justification, and I think it was really one game where they didn't play Derrick Henry. And I've always thought that John Harbaugh, he's never been a offensive coordinator. He's never been a defensive coordinator. He was the special teams coach. He's never been a quarterback coach. He's never been a linebacker coach. He's never been in the nuts and bolts of either the offense or the defense. So he's a head coach who he ain't gonna take over the play calling because he don't have that skill. He ain't gonna take over the defensive play calling because he don't have that skill. He has to totally rely on Monken and totally rely on Zach Orr for these play calling, what's going on, because his skill set is not there. And I've always thought that was a shortcoming of his, which is you can overcome that as long as you are making great choices on who your coordinators are going to be, and you putting together pretty good staff. I think he's done a decent job with that. He brought Mike McDonald in as the defensive coordinator. Monken had success when he first came in. Even Greg Roman had success when he came in. But a lot of times when these coordinators do have success, it's not a lasting thing because the opposition catch up to what you're doing. The guy that used to do all the blitzing, the defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale. I mean, he was okay for a couple of years. But after they caught on all the blitzing and stuff, it was time for him to go. I think the same thing is happening to Monken, which I believe that he's gone no matter what. I think he's gone. Zach Orr could be in the same boat as being gone, win or lose. Harbaugh, I don't know. These guys are really tight. Him and DaCosta and the owner, their wives know each other. They go out to dinner. They do all these kind of things. So when you fire a coach, it's not as simple as just firing an employee. These guys got some deep ties. So I think that if the Ravens do not make it in the playoffs, Harbaugh's seat is super, super hot. And the justification is there for him to go. If the Steelers lose, I think Tomlin's gone. And even if the Steelers win and don't win a playoff game, I still think Tomlin might be gone. I think he's done. I think both of those guys are in the same boat. So that's where I am with the coaching.
Now, this is Aunt Leslie. I love you, but Lamar is not going anywhere. And they better not get rid of him.
Wow, that's family, Kenny. Wow,
that's my aunt, my mother's sister.
Is that right?
Wow.
Nah, you got to keep Lamar. They got to restructure. They're gonna get the deal done. They restructure that deal. That will set the organization so far back to get finding a franchise quarterback is not easy. It's not an easy thing. We know that here very well. We know that here very well. Ravens have, Flacco, before Flacco, look at the laundry list of quarterbacks that were here before Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Lamar and he's been Lamar. So he got people that's gonna love him, people that's gonna hate him. But he is a Hall of Fame potential quarterback once it's all said and done. And once in a lifetime, a generational player, you just don't move on from those type of players. Most teams that let those type of players get away from them usually regret it. Usually regret it. And so, yeah, nah. Lamar should be here for the next
What do you
7,
want to
8.
see from him tonight?
I just want to see him because again, I haven't really paid attention to none of the reporting, so I don't know with his whether he's 80%, 90. I don't know where he's at injury wise. I know he's going to play.
Mhm.
I just need him to be Lamar. See the difference with him and Snoop. While Snoop managed the game, and we talked about this the other night, the Green Bay chose not to put a foul on Snoop. So when he took off for those runs, he didn't have that guy sitting there waiting for him or watching him. So he was able to get out of the pocket a little bit and make some stuff happen. With Lamar, they're gonna have a spy on him. But the thing that Snoop didn't do that Lamar can do is he can throw it down the field. I think
Mhm.
Snoop did throw a pass over 10 to 15 yards
Mhm.
last weekend. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And they were heavy on the run, and I know Pittsburgh is going to load that box up.
They're gonna load it up.
Run. So Lamar's going to
Mhm.
have to get down the field at some point. You know what I'm saying? If they're not able to beat him up running, he's going to have to get the ball down the field. So I'm just looking for him. Stretch the field when he has to. Make some plays with his legs when he has to. I think getting Henry going early, and even early on using that rotation of running backs. Like the excuse that they gave us when we lost to New England a couple weekends ago, talking about a rotation. In the fourth quarter, you go through the horse. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hear nothing about a rotation in the fourth quarter when we up. Let's close it out. So early on, yeah, use that rotation of running backs, get everybody going. Lamar should make some plays with his legs, spread the ball around a little bit. I know that Bateman is out for the night. He's not even traveling with the team from what I heard. He got an illness, so Bateman is out. So he gonna find Zay. They need to hit. He's gonna hit the tight ends. He's got 3 of them that's able to catch the ball, so he can spread it out with the receivers, and then the veteran wide receiver that they just brought in this year,
DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins. Yeah, so he just got to spread it around, man. He don't have to make spectacular plays. Just make plays, move the football, and just be smart take off when he has to, And I think really, even early on, some of those design runs kind of early because Lamar really haven't been taking off like that this season, And I think that's kind of been a knock on him is that he hasn't been doing the design runs, maybe because he's injured or what. But I think in a game like this, you can't wait. It's no next week. So you gotta play football like your life depended on it. So whatever percentage of health he's at, he need to play a little bit above that. So Lamar
I
needs.
think we'll get a good look of where he is health wise in the first quarter. I think we'll see it, and like you said, when he take those few runs, we'll see. If he's 80%, 90%, 100%. I do think the Steelers are going to they're going to stack that box. They coming after Henry. They're going to stack that box. We're going to have to throw that ball. And I do believe, I didn't know about Bateman, but we're going to have to hit our receivers. Other than Flowers, I think the tight end got to step up. And I'm sticking to my word. I think we're going to have to I think our kick are going to be a big part of this game. We're going to have to kick some field goals. I think it's going to be close because with this rivalry, it just doesn't matter. The records are thrown out. It doesn't matter. It is what it is, and I think it's going to come down to a few field goals, and I think it's going to be a tough fought-out game, and I'm just hoping that I hope we stick to the Henry theme, but I just think Steelers they always do. They're going to over stack that box. I don't think it's going to be nothing there for Henry. So we got to do some other things. Hey, and don't forget, special teams, those little things. I think that's going to be a big play when you talk about a rivalry like this.
Yeah.
Kicking, special teams, those things come in hand with a rivalry game.
Yeah, the defense gonna have to make a play. Somebody the defense might have to score. You look for the turn. Whoever win the turnover game in a game like
Yep.
this.
Yep.
I don't expect it to be a big scoring game.
Mhm.
I don't expect that. But then again, you always expect the unexpected in a game like this, in a
Mhm.
rivalry game. It's a road game. It's a night game. On the road with all that's on the line. Who's going to show up? Who's going to show up? You know, Aaron Rodgers is 41, 42 years old. He's played okay. He's not Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay years. He's not that guy, but he's a guy that can make a play when he has to. But you got to keep him on his horse. Got to make him move his feet, make him get rid of that football early, put some pressure on him. They got to pressure him. They have to pressure him. You know what I'm saying? You can't let him get comfortable back there. You got to pressure him, hit him. Got to hit him a few times, touch him. Just let him know that you're there and you're coming. Make him uncomfortable. Because if he gets comfortable, it could be a long night. It could be a long night. So, the defense has to play. I know, Dean, you mentioned my favorite guy, Zach Orr, who I said he should have been gone by the bye week. He should have been out of here. But they turned it around a little bit, had a couple nice, really nice games. And he's been able to save face. And he got some pieces back. I know he's had some injuries on that side of the ball. He got some of the guys back. But, in a night like tonight, in a game like today, this is where, everybody got to earn their money tonight. Everybody got to earn their money tonight. Or, there'll be guests on the sports mix from here until the end of the season, until next season starts. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. It's a big game. We're looking at a Ravens defense that hasn't been able to put pressure on the quarterback. That's a man, that's a killer, especially when you're talking about a 41-year-old quarterback who's not that mobile. He even ran for a touchdown in the last game. Aaron Rodgers did. If you sit back there, Aaron Rodgers right now has one of the quickest releases in the league. He gets rid of the ball almost. He might be the quickest quarterback in the league right now. So the Steelers are always throwing short passes. A big plus for the Ravens is that DK Metcalf is not. He had a huge game against us last time. He's the deep threat. He's a monster out there. So no DK. So that's a huge plus for the Ravens. But the Ravens. Somebody say something?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So again.
Technical difficulties. You on mute, Glenny.
Don't forget, I think his last name Johnson, the tight end for the Steelers. He's out as well with the broken arm, right?
Big boy, yep, he's out. That number 14 is tough.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
he's tough, and he plays like a wide receiver. He's running back, but he can run patterns like a wide receiver. And he catches the ball downfield like a receiver. So he could be dangerous. He could be dangerous for the Steelers. The Ravens just have to. We're looking for the defense to get himself situated. Looking for the defense to defense got to play tonight. Defense got to step up tonight. What I mean? That's the bottom line, man. You can't really have any lapses. Getting pressure on the quarterback has not been the strong suit for this team consistently. They've had a few games where they were able to get to some of the quarterbacks, but they haven't done it consistently. So tonight, again, you can't play. You can't. This is one of those games where it's no next week. No next week. Everything you got to come up with everything tonight. You know, it's that time of year. This is a playoff environment. It's win or you go home. You know, and are the Ravens up to it? Are the Steelers up to it? Who's gonna make the play that's gonna determine the outcome of this game? And it could come down to, like you say, it could come down to the kicking game. Steelers kicker is pretty good. You know, he doesn't miss a lot, and he got distance. You know what I'm saying? And he's on his own floor, his home field, so he's pretty familiar with the field out there, and you know, I guess that coin toss will be big. You know, determining which direction you want to go to and where the wind coming and all that stuff. So again, like you said, special teams is going to play a role. You know, defense, who's going to make a play on defense that could turn the game? You know, can the Ravens run game be effective against the Steelers defense that we know is going to stack up against the run? You know, so it's a lot of what ifs and a lot of questions for this game, because it's for everything. And again, you got the division title on the line, a playoff spot on the line, and it's a rivalry. It's probably one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL. So you got all those things, and it's the last game of the season. There's only one game going to be playing at that time, and everybody's going to be watching it. You know what I'm saying? So you got all of that sitting on this game tonight. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play?
And let me hear you tell me now who you think is going to step up. Who do you think, whether defense or offense, who do you think is going to be that guy that step up tonight? I say it for me. I say it's the kicker. What about you? Who you think going to step up tonight and going to shine tonight?
I'm putting my money on number 8. I think Lamar Jackson, with everything that's been said about Lamar Jackson over the last couple of weeks, you know, the article that came out, you know, he had to defend that, which, you know, that kind of seemed like it just kind of came out of nowhere. All the things that they've been saying about him, is he healthy? You know, Snoop, would you play Snoop over Lamar? I mean, all of those stuff. I'm looking at Lamar Jackson as having a big game tonight and being a big factor in the outcome of this game. So the question, Dean, was who do you think will play a big factor in the game tonight as far as wins and losses? I said Lamar. Glennie said the kicker. If you had to pick one player to say that they're going to be a factor, or maybe the deciding factor in this game, who would you go with?
Yeah, I think it's all on Lamar. I think Lamar is going to have to put that cape on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Lamar is going to have to put that cape on. I think Lamar is going to have to use his legs. I think Lamar, along with his arm, I think Lamar is going to have to show his IQ in this game. This is what everybody talk about when they talk about Lamar. Can he win the big games? Can he take them deep into the playoffs? That's what they talk about. And unfortunately for the Ravens, I think that the Steelers have a better head coach when it comes to IQ. I think the Steelers have a better coaching staff when it comes to one games, like a big game like this, and coming up with a game plan. I think the Steelers have the edge, you know, when it comes to that. So I'm just hoping that Zach Orr and Monken can come up with some kind of game plan. I'm looking for some kind of pressure on this quarterback for the Steelers. Pressure this guy, man. You got to get some pressure on him. This thing of the Ravens folding in the fourth quarter, Come on, man. We can't have that. We cannot have that fold that we've been seeing. We never relax in the game as Ravens fans. We never sit back and relax and enjoy the game and sip on whatever we sipping on and chewing on whatever we chewing. We don't never get that because they don't close games out. And I think another thing I think is it should be good is for the Ravens is I like to see some screens. I like to see the screens to Derrick Henry. They're gonna be loading up on him for the run game. You need to bring that screenplay into play here and dump that ball off. He has good hands. Derrick Henry is a good receiver out the backfield. So I'm definitely looking for that. And I think somebody said it as always in any game, man, turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers is going to be huge. And we saw Lamar kind of float one last game. He was trying to throw it over the defender, and the defender went up and snatched it. Of course, the Isaiah Likely touchdown that we thought was a touchdown, and that ball got knocked out. So those kind of plays, they can't happen. They can't happen.
I like that. I like that. That pick that Landon chose.
I
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That means some pressure's being put on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
They calling a Darius Washington name. Got Aaron Rodgers on the bicycle.
I like that too. He's a playmaker.
Yeah.
Darius is a playmaker, man, and that's a good point, man. And he's all over that field. And Landon, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. And again, you got to put pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? They got to get some pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and you got to get him early.
Yeah.
You got to get to him early, man. Like you say, you got to hit him. You got to make him uncomfortable. Put your hands on him. Put your paws on him. Make him know that you're coming. Make him uncomfortable. Make him have that look, because he get that look in his eye when stuff ain't going his way. I want to see that. I want to see that tonight. Kenny Rice say if they give or pass the ball to Henry, it frees up Lamar. Yeah. Again, Steelers are going to load that box.
Yeah.
So again, they them heavy packages. Fullback should have a big game tonight. You know what I'm saying? Creating space for Derrick Henry to get through some of them holes. And like Derrick Henry, I heard him talking. They asked him about the game this weekend, the Green Bay game. How did you know? And he said, he said after those first couple of runs, he said he felt pretty good. Like, okay, this could be a good night. And with anybody, it's just like a basketball player. The first couple shots, the shooter knows. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit the first couple, okay, this could be a long night for somebody to try and guard me. So same thing with a running back, same thing with a quarterback. It's about a rhythm. If you get the rhythm going and you're getting a good rhythm where, because, and Derrick Henry is a type of he ain't shifty, so he ain't trying to shake nobody. He trying to get right to you. You know what I'm saying? And if he get that arm out there and he get that stiff arm like he put on that boy in Green Bay the other night, and he was cooking at that point. By the time he put that arm out on that kid and kind of pushed him out the way, he was cooking. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be a long night for Green Bay at that point. But yeah, Henry getting Henry going early.
I agree.
I think even early on, if you got Henry as the battering ram, the kind of in the gaps kind of guys, and then you got Mitchell that got the speed that could kind of switch it up. Yep. See, look at that. Look at this. Look at this guy. Right as I said it, there you go with Keaton Mitchell. So I think Keaton Mitchell could be a factor, just because he give you the change of pace. With his speed, he can hit holes, but he can also hit that corner. And then like in the screen game, like Dean said, you could exploit a guy like a T.J. Watt on the end that's coming. He coming. You throw a screen to his side of the field, he probably got a lot of room in front of you to run. So man, It's what is it? This is so an hour away. We about an hour away.
And you know, when you as a coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm Monken, as a coordinator and you game plan to play this team, we're coming up with a game plan to go against the Steelers. You already know they loading the box to stop Derrick Henry. You already know that as an offensive coordinator. So and the whole thing with coordinating is to guess what the other team is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think there's a whole lot of guessing on what the Steelers are going to do as far as trying to stop the run. I think they're going to have a spy on Lamar on these passing downs. They'll have blitzes coming in. And to me, that's where an offensive coordinator should exploit the other team when you know what the hell they're going to do. That's the whole thing. Guessing what the other team is going to do. And if Monken cannot exploit this Steelers defense, when you know they putting all these players in the box to stop Henry, this guy don't need to be an offensive coordinator in the NFL.
I agree.
And this is where I be having problems, man. You know what they're going to do. You got Derrick Henry. You got Lamar Jackson. Come on, man. This offense, should be clicking. And when we've been having these fourth quarter meltdowns, the meltdown is just not the defense. It is the defense. They can't stop anybody. But the meltdown is also the offense not being able to keep scoring. So the meltdown happens on both sides of the ball, and the Ravens are going to have an offense that is multi-dimensional in this game. I don't think they're going to be able to rely on Derrick Henry because they're going to try to take that away from us. But knowing that they're going to do that, you should be able to exploit this team.
Well, goddamn, what's up, homie? They'll say he don't watch, but he want LJ to squelch the critics, especially on Derrick Henry's born day. Yeah, Lamar need to play big. Now, I'm gonna say this because in big games, this year included, turnovers, holding on to that football.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry has 4 lost fumbles this year.
Mm-hmm.
Zay Flowers has lost fumbles in big moments over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Likely not holding on to the football.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end. He fumbled and dropped the pass last year in the most crucial of games. So again, Lamar has turned the ball over in crucial moments. He fumbled the ball, trying to do too much. Ball security is key tonight. Ball security. I mean, to moving forward. I mean, they win tonight. It's win or go home from here on out. So again, the things that have been the Achilles heel for this team, turnovers, timely turnovers. As a matter of fact, it's not so much the turnover, but it's when they're happening, the way that they're happening. Like losing the ball, not catching the touchdown at the end zone, with Likely against Pittsburgh the last time. Again, like Glenny mentioned the kicker.
That's gonna be big.
He and again, he hasn't kicked in a pressure situation yet. That was the one thing with Tucker. You never really worried about that. There was the situation never was too big for Tucker. With this kid, he's a rookie. That he's going to really get a taste of what this is all about, this rivalry, but the importance of you are the kicker. It is your job to put the ball through the uprights. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. Don't matter what the weather is. It's like all the excuses have got to go out the window. Now it's time to earn that money. Time to earn that money. And this is something we've been saying since game 1. The game is won in the trenches. Whether they stack the box or not, they got to be smacked in the mouth. Bottom line. Bottom line. Bottom line. My man Billy Samuels, what's up, homie? If we block, we win. So again,
That's the Ravens' way. That's the Ravens' way.
Come to play tonight.
Yeah.
Big up front got to come to play. Straight like that. You know.
Mhm.
I know Glenny got a run in a minute.
Mhm.
You know, we ready to wrap it up because
You doing it big for the game, Glenny? You got some wings and stuff coming? What's the story?
Hey, listen, man. My wife ain't playing tonight. My wife got some steak and potatoes for the game tonight. She ain't playing.
that's what I'm talking about.
She don't know who on the field, but she gonna be there beside me.
She'll be right there with you. That's right.
Getting that pregame meal in. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
I like
stuff.
that.
Yeah, that's good
Hey,
stuff, man.
A1 or not.
I don't do the steak got to be good. I don't want no sauce. If I gotta use sauce, it ain't there.
I
You
hear
know what I
you.
mean?
There you go.
Yeah.
I hear
Hey
you.
Kenny, hey Kenny, man, I like what you're doing, man. If we make the playoff game, I know I always challenge you. But if we make the playoffs, either before the game, you need to have a pregame podcast, or if it's an early game, do an after game podcast. So I'm just throwing it out there. No pressure, but you can see all the people coming in tuned in, man.
Yeah. It depends on if it's a Saturday. If it's a Saturday, it could cause me a problem just because of work.
Right. Okay.
But if it's a Sunday game, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
All right.
You know. And
Yeah,
I
we got to do that, man.
I appreciate y'all, you know, for jumping on.
Yeah, definitely, man.
You know, rocking out with me. So I know you got to get to that steak, Glenny. What's your prediction?
I'm sticking to my guns. I think the kicker, and I'm still calling him kicker. Now, after tonight, if he win the game, I'm gonna call him by his name. Right now, I'm gonna call him kicker. So I think the kicking and the special teams are going to make the difference tonight. I think it's going to be a rivalry game. I think they both going to play hard, and but I do think, and I believe, the Ravens will pull it out either by 3 points or 6 points by the kicker.
I should have really read this.
I've been
comment.
consistent, so y'all going to have to pay me my money after this game. But I do think the special teams and the kicker gonna make the difference tonight, because it's gonna be a tough fight tonight, man. We're gonna see blood, we're gonna see sweat and tears, and that's just what I believe.
And I'm looking, and with that, and with Glenny saying that, and with y'all earlier talking about guys who can make some plays, and Landon mentioned Darius and these guys. I'm looking for the kick returner that they got from Colorado to make some noise tonight. I'm looking for a play from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wester.
Yep.
Looking for something out of Wester.
Yep.
You do.
Luke scared me though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Luke scared me.
Mhm.
I mean, he'd have missed 2 or 3 extra points this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let alone not being able to kick anything from beyond 50. He's I don't know. He might have kicked a 51-yard or something, but over 50 yards, man, he's not reliable at all.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's do or die.
Well, what I'm saying is, when he get a field goal, he need to make his field goals. That's it. I'm not saying he's gonna hit a big one, or a long one rather. I just think when he get that chance to kick field goals, he better make them.
He better make them. I agree.
That's it.
I agree with that.
All right, my brothers.
All
right, Glenny.
Brother.
Enjoy that steak, bro. Yes, sir. And you know, Ken, man, I mean, again, the Ravens started out 1-5.
Yeah.
1-5, man.
Shouldn't even be here.
Shouldn't be here. And then we throw the injuries in there, specifically Lamar being hurt. I mean, you start off 1-5 and Lamar hurt, and and you still got an opportunity to win the division.
Yeah.
I mean, what sense do that make? That don't make a whole lot of sense. But here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Any logical person would say, nah, they go ahead and get ready for the draft,
Right.
or be prepared for next year. But yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot that because we've been doing the show pretty much every week since week one, since the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a few weeks where we didn't think we would be here at this time of year. At least not having a show of any significance. You just figure we just be here going through the motions.
Sure.
I'll be playing the blues, playing my
Yeah.
blues song every week or something, But I mean, here we are, And again, I've said this pretty much every year that I've been on here, where I had a public place to say it. You want to be playing your best football this time of year. It's good to be good in September. It's good to be good in October, but it's really good to be good in December. And right now, we're going to see what this team is made of. We're going to see what the coaching staff is made of. You're going to see what the players are made of. All of the things that we've been pointing out from pretty much from the summertime. The offensive line, the head coach, the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, the general manager, the quarterback. Everything that's been in question, those questions are going to be answered in some form or fashion tonight. Some form of fashion, those questions are going to get answered tonight. Who's coming to play? You know what I'm saying? All the talk is done now. All of the speculation is over with.
Right.
It's we're less than an hour away from kickoff. Who's coming to play tonight? Who's coming to play tonight? Who wants it? And that's
Right.
that's what it comes down to. Who wants it more? Who's gonna make the play? Who's gonna make the play or the plays? Who's gonna be that person or those people that make the plays tonight? So it's a lot. It's a lot on the line. These guys. Again, man, they take a lot of heat from because of who they are. From Lamar all the way down to the last guy on the roster, number 53. Practice guys, even they take some heat. The coaching staff with John Harbaugh all the way down to the last assistant. Everything is in question tonight. And really, until they play the last game of this season, everything is up for debate. Everything is up for debate. So, I don't know what those meetings look like up there in the castle, as they call it, in Owens Mills.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's been some decisions that's been made, whether they win or lose tonight. I'm not saying it's going to be a press conference first thing in the morning, but I think some decisions, some tough decisions have already been made, whether or not they win or lose this game tonight. You know what I'm saying? So if you win, all right, you got another week. If they lose this game tonight, I don't think this week is going to be quiet out there in Owens Mills. I don't think it's going to be a quiet week. I think it's going to be a lot of moving parts. You know what I mean? Especially in the front office or the head coach in the coaching department for sure. I probably would say DeCosta probably safe. I would say that, even though I'm not a fan of some of the moves he's made over the last couple of years. I'm not a fan, but I would say he's probably safe. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we've been here since August, and September and October, it was not looking pretty. It was not looking good, man. We did not think for sure that we would be here with what we got on the line for tonight's game. So
Yeah.
I hope everybody, man, is locked in. I know everybody probably been on pins and needles all weekend waiting for this game. You got to wait not only till Sunday, but you had to wait to Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? The anticipation of a Sunday night game. You got games on all day. There was some games on yesterday. You know what I mean? And you are the very last game of the 2025 football season. The very last game is Ravens Steelers for the AFC North Championship and a spot in the playoffs. Who, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge. This is huge. And one other thing I'd like to point out. I want everybody to pay attention to the calls by the referees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always thought that the Ravens has never been a favorite of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Lamar is not a favorite of the NFL. And I want everybody to pay attention to these calls that the refs make. If I go back to the loss to Buffalo, we know Mark Andrews had a horrible fourth quarter, dropping the 2-point conversion, and all those things that happened in that game. But to me, in that game, the referees threw a pass interference call with like 30 seconds or something left in the first half,
Mm-hmm.
at the 3-yard line. And Buffalo converted that into a touchdown to expand their lead. They went in at halftime with a big lead over the Ravens. I thought that call was a bad call, and I thought that call had a huge impact on the game. So let's pay attention to these calls, because even though there's instant replay to look at certain things, there ain't no instant replay on holding calls.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no instant replay on pass interference calls. So let's pay attention to that, because the Ravens absolutely is not a favorite.
Lord, please don't let the Ravens mess this up.
Right.
Hey. On now.
And I mean they in Pittsburgh. You know, yeah. It's gonna be amped. I don't know what the weather is up there, but I think it's what is it? I'm sure it's cold.
I know it's cold up there.
Yeah.
And I know it's cold. And then probably some snow. You know, they get some snow up there. So it's going the weather. I'm not expecting the weather to be, 80 degrees. Weather's gonna be a factor. I don't know if it's gonna be precipitation, but I know the weather will be a factor. So hey, this is it, man.
This is juicy, man. This is juicy.
This is it, man. This is what we've been waiting for. I mean, if this is the playoff game.
It is.
I'm just gonna say that this is a playoff game, and I know how Ravens fans are. I was at the store a little while ago, and I saw a lot of jerseys and a lot of Ravens gear, man. People grabbing, their last minute items for their get-togethers tonight and the watch parties and things like that. Really all weekend I've been, out and about a little bit and seeing people with their Ravens gear on. I was, up in Delaware yesterday. Saw a lot of Pittsburgh stuff up there, of course. Ravens. I saw a few Ravens, jerseys and things like that. So again, man, it's an exciting time. Football season tends to have that effect. Just the kind of there's a that peak. You climbing that mountain, and depending on what happens tonight, is going to see if the because usually in Baltimore, once the Ravens get in the playoffs, the town turns purple, and they'll have a home playoff game next weekend.
Right.
So the city will be lit up. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe if they make the playoffs, they could have Buffalo coming in here. Because Buffalo is a wild card team. They didn't win their division, so they got to go on the road. So it could, and it's going to be a big game from here on out.
Oh yeah.
No matter who they run against, it's going to be big games.
Yeah.
But it got to start with the night. It got to start the night. It's got to start the night, man. And again, eight. Man, this dude, man. Can I legally leave the state? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't have to report to nobody. I think them days are over. So it'd be the Texans. If the Ravens win, we play the Texans next week.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. And Texans are tough too.
Yeah, they do.
And they smacked us around this year.
Real bad.
Yeah, they smacked us around. As a matter of fact, that was the first game they played when I was on that boat.
Yeah.
I was on that cruise, man. That was that beat down. I was like, goodness gracious. You know, Texans looked like they were gonna win the Super Bowl after that.
Right.
You know. But yeah, man, we go ahead and wrap this puppy up. CB, what's up, my brother? Charles Brooks laughing.
Yeah.
You know. CB,
What's up,
Happy New Year to you, CB.
Happy New Year.
My guy. You know. So yeah, man, let's wrap this thing on up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, predictions. We've been kind of. I mean, if you've been watching, you know which way I'm going.
Yeah.
It ain't no question where I'm going with this thing.
Yeah.
What you got, Dean?
I'm going with the Ravens, of course. I think the Ravens should be able to win this game. It's not going to be easy. So I'm going with 24-20 Ravens.
24-20. 24-20 Ravens. And I'm gonna go 27-21
Mm-hmm.
Ravens. 27-21 Ravens, man. I don't see it going much higher than that, scoring wise. It's just too much on the line. If it's anything more than that, somebody gonna get blown out.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get blown out.
If the Ravens can put up a 30 piece, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, and that's what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a division rivalry, the fiercest rivalry over the last 2 decades. The Ravens and Steelers, they know each other so well. The coaches know each other so well. So we really can't expect 17-3. Is that what I'm saying?
Who you got, CB? 17. Okay. 17-3 Ravens. Okay. That'd be real nice.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
I can deal with that.
I can deal with that one.
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. You know, if anybody else want to comment, they score before we wrap up. Their predictions, you know, put them in the chat, and I'll put them up on the screen. You know, give me a shout out as well.
And we really need to, you know, again, we talk about that 1-5 start.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this moment is big, man. I mean, and we're in it.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for being in it at this point, considering that start, man. So we all amped up in the city. Everything is crazy, man. All because these Ravens got an opportunity to go into these playoffs, and the way they got to get in there is to beat none other than the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Yes. Let's get it done.
Gotta love it.
Let's get it done.
Gotta love it, man.
Let's get it done, man. And you know, I said 27-21 Ravens. You know, I'm calling for a big game from Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely.
He has to play big tonight. You know, we had Glenny had the kicker. You know, he had the kickers being the X factor.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Washington landed. Said
Yeah.
Darius Washington is going to be the X factor tonight. You know, so again, you know, that's just what we want to see. You know, as long as the Ravens win, if they win 3-0, man, I'll take that. If they get a safety, if it's 2-0,
Hell yeah. We taking it.
I'm taking that.
Yep.
You know, I'm taking that. It's all about the Ravens Steelers tonight. So, you know, if you tuning in, you know, appreciate you. You know, again, if you want to put a prediction up before we sign off, go ahead and go ahead and put that in the chat.
Mhm.
He said he think the Steelers going to struggle offensively. You know, let's hope so.
I can see that happening. I like to see it happen.
Maybe I should have. You know what, man? This dude, man.
Read again.
I'm going to use the numbers from your criminal record with the Ravens winning 28 felonies versus 16 misdemeanors. You know what, man? God, man. He lucky. He lucky. I like him. He lucky. I like him.
Oh boy.
It just don't never stop.
Yeah.
It don't
Yeah,
never stop. Some of the stuff that don't make air. You know, some of the stuff that I get in my text messages. You know,
Yeah.
it just don't stop with this guy.
Just don't stop.
It don't stop, man. You know, it's pretty much on site. Or as soon as he you know, we soon we see each other, it's gone.
It's on.
He probably already got stuff cooking for when he see me. He got some stuff sitting in the back pocket. Just wait for him to see me.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, man, back in high school, now I wasn't saying much. I was quiet. I wasn't saying anything, but I was aware. I watched. I was aware. Now, Landon, when he come in the room, when he come around, he lifts the room up.
Yeah.
He had that kind of energy. He had that about him, that energy. But I didn't know his comedic skills was at this level. He would tell some jokes and have people laughing. But this dude, man.
Yeah, he went to the goddamn Richard Pryor school of roasting.
Exactly.
And Bernie Mac or somebody.
I was going to say he was out there hanging out with Robin Harris and Bernie Mac and some of them dudes.
He just don't stop. He just don't stop. But that's my guy. You know.
And speaking of comedians, if y'all get a chance to see the Dave Chappelle on Netflix, please do.
Yeah, watch that.
Yeah, watch that.
Classic. Instant classic.
It's a classic.
Instant classic.
It is a classic.
You know.
He was not messing around.
Nah. He pulled no punches.
None.
Pulled no punches. And again, you know, everything ain't for everybody.
No, everything ain't for everybody.
You know, everybody don't really like Dave Chappelle's style or
Right.
whatever. And that's you know, that's your right.
Yes.
But it is a classic.
It's a classic, man.
It's a classic, man. You know what I'm saying? It is a classic. So, you know, it is 7:48.
Yeah.
You know, game time is about what, 8:15, 8:20?
Something like that. Yeah.
Everybody, you know, I got your wing trays together, and some of us got steak tonight.
Right.
Some of us got a nice steak and potatoes.
And not just any kind of steak. I mean, it's a steak that you ain't even got to put no sauce on it.
Yeah. How about that?
Now that's a steak.
Yeah. Now what I should have asked him was how do he like to get it done?
Yeah, that was the next question.
But
however it is that he like to get it done, obviously the wife know how to put it down. She knows.
She know how to season it.
Yeah, she knows.
Not to season that thing.
Right.
And so enjoy that steak. And I hope the steak tastes a whole lot better with a victory behind it.
Hell yeah.
You know, for those that are drinking, you know, the beer is a little colder.
Right.
Win.
Right.
You know, the wings taste a little better. You know, whatever sauce you like, whether you're lemon pepper, buffalo, or whatever. You know, the ranch, the blue cheese, all that stuff. Nope. I'm not gonna post that one. Nope.
Who was it from?
Who else?
Like,
Who else? Who else? Nope.
well,
Ain't gonna do it.
I heard that there's going to be some extra security, around the Key Bridge, the bridge, and some of the other bridges, the Bay Bridge and whatnot. I heard there's extra security around there just in case.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And if y'all feeling a little, if things don't go the way we want them to go, Ravens fans,
right,
hit my inbox. I'll talk to you.
right.
I'll talk to you tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
But if you need somebody to talk to, just hit my inbox
right.
and I'll talk you through. But please stay away from the Key Bridge
Yeah,
and any other bodies of water or high places where you fall off of that thing and the outcome will not be good for you.
yeah. And the infamous words of Richard Pryor, water cold, and it's deep too.
Yeah, that's another classic.
That's a classic.
Another classic. Hey, you get a little comedy,
Yeah,
you get a little sports, you get a little entertainment here.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, we great. Get on out of here. Get myself prepared,
Absolutely.
myself comfortable. Get my spot,
Mm-hmm.
get my beverage, and
That's right.
myself ready for this game, man. Again, man, we pulling for the home team. We want to see things that we talked about. Lamar, Derrick Henry. The Lions need to play. We need to see some turnovers on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams. I think you said it was you that said Wester. You want to see Wester make a play?
Wester. I'm looking for a play from Wester.
Lenny called for the kicker.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's go Ravens, man. Let's go. And win, lose, or draw, we will be back Tuesday.
absolutely.
We'll be back Tuesday. So win, lose, or draw, we'll be here Tuesday night and we'll be talking about it and one way or the other.
And you already know we're gonna have a lot to say.
We're gonna have a lot to say. So
Already know.
Tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We here Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Look, I'm losing my way. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm just ready. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to get this ball kicked off. I'm ready to see. Now, before we go, I just saw an interesting stat. Nothing to do with the Ravens or the Steelers, but it was about the New York Jets. The New York Jets finished this football season with 0 interceptions.
Wow.
Not one. And their head coach,
That never had before?
first time in history.
Wow.
And their head coach is a defensive back.
Wow.
So that is, and they traded away their number one defensive back. They traded him away.
They let Sauce go.
Yeah, they traded him about, midway through the season.
But they got our guy.
Which guy was that?
21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
And that's probably for good reason.
Yeah.
Probably for good reason. Because he was at the scene of the crime a lot last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he was at the scene of the crime a lot last year. So
Yeah.
but yeah, the Jets finished the season
Wow.
without an interception. That's
unreal.
Yeah, that is totally unreal and unheard of. And goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. But maybe next year, I guess. And I mean, Aaron Glenn could be in trouble up there.
Oh yeah.
Was this his first year or second year?
I don't know. Don't give me the line.
Yeah, I know it's either first or second season. He could be in trouble up there in New York, which does not surprise me much because the Jets are a team that's always in transition.
And there's quite a few coaches that are on the hot seat. I mean, I honestly believe that every coach in the AFC North could potentially be let go.
Yeah.
Cleveland's coach, Cincinnati's coach, Steelers coach, Ravens coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the guy down in Miami on the hot seat.
I saw something that said he might be in line to get the Cleveland job. Now, if you Cleveland, 'cause I don't want, cause this could start a whole nother conversation, but I'm gonna throw it out there. If you Cleveland, do you make an offer to Deion Sanders?
Hey,
Because I saw that too.
mm-hmm.
I saw that too. That this is somebody saying they should do that. This is what they should do. Not
Yeah.
that
I wouldn't have a problem with it if I was a Cleveland fan.
yeah. We'll throw that around Tuesday.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Throw that around Tuesday. But hey man, everybody, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, it's exciting times here in the city. You know, playoff atmosphere. I'm just ready, man. You know, I don't know about you. Well, I know you ready, man.
And then, and then the thing, man, again, Happy New Year to everybody. 2026. We're all here. We're on top of the soil. There's really no reason why we can't make 2026 the best year of our lives. I mean, there's no excuse.
Nah.
There's no excuse that each and every one of us, we have the potential to make 2026 the greatest year of our lives. Stop fucking around, man. Let's do it. You know what I mean? What's the problem? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Shit. Make 2026 the greatest year of your life. I don't care if you're 8 years old. I don't care if you're 108 years old.
Yeah.
The potential to do that is here.
Yeah. Landon said the city can't handle two Sanders.
I think they got like a couple of Sanders or other players on the team.
Yeah. There's one on offense.
One of them on offense.
One on offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could be right.
Yeah, he might be right.
he could be right. But so we'll get us on out of here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in the mix, man. You in the mix. Sports,
especially with key components. You know, major players on these teams.
Being born and all of that. So, how did you actually get into that position?
Now that our kicker is inconsistent, what's going to happen is he's going to be even more aggressive.
They can bring in who they want, and they may be able to.
I keep saying it, man. Clark, I knew it. She was just gonna be a game changer. And look, another thing that I like, and
sports mix. You in the mix, rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Yeah. New intro, man. Clean that thing up a little bit. Yeah. Sports mix.
Right.
6. We coming.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You just gotta.
I like how you I like how you put that, man. Stop fucking around.
Hey, man, shit.
Stop fucking around, man. Let's make 26 the best year.
Yeah.
And that's around the board. Everybody. You know, let's go.
Do it. That's where my mind is.
And that's where it need to be.
And it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make that happen.
Starting last week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's go get this dub.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go get this dub, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see y'all Tuesday around 9-ish with some good news. Peace.
Peace.